Namaste everyone. This is Dr. Manoj Kuteri, Wellness Director from Atmantan Wellness Center, Mulshi, Pune. As we know, the entire world is currently fighting against a common cause called as the COVID-19. During these critical times, it's important for us to safeguard our own health by adopting few preventive measures and also boosting our own immunity. For any disease to develop in our body, there are three things that are mandatory for us. One is the infectious agent itself, which could be bacteria or virus. In this particular case, it's a virus, or it could be even a foreign body, which can trigger an immune response in our body. Secondly, the infection or the infectious agent would need a host cell. And thirdly, it needs to have a favorable surrounding for the virus to grow and multiply. The first and foremost is the infectious agent. Of course, we cannot just control the outbreak, but what we could do by adopting certain preventive measures like oral hygiene, hand hygiene, and keeping a safe distance from people who are infected, we can keep the infectious agent far away. Secondly, by improving our immunity, we can create or we can obtain this resistance power in our own system. And this will help us in preventing these occurrences like in a big time. Now, how do we do that? There are a few things that one should clearly be practicing. The first and foremost is a healthy diet. And when I say healthy diet, it should be wholesome and it should be quite natural. A wholesome diet should consist of wholesome grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts, enough fibers, and also, of course, water. We should give more importance to the micronutrition than macronutrition. And also, foods that are high on antioxidants. There is something called as a rainbow eating, which means you will be eating adequate amount of multicolored fruits and vegetables so that you get every single antioxidants enough. Now, thirdly, we should, there are two different vitamins which are very essential for improving or building our immunity. These are vitamin C and vitamin D. Of course, vitamin E and vitamin K is also essential, all the fat soluble vitamins. So vitamin C are abundant in citrus fruits and vegetables. So we could consume like lime, oranges, all these citrus fruits, which will give you enough amount of vitamin C. Now, being in India, we are gifted with abundant availability of herbs which are used for a long time. Even our forefathers used to use these herbal medications for treating many of the conditions. And some of the very beneficial herbs in this would be turmeric, garlic, ginger, cinnamon, and also licorice. Licorice has been used even in the past for treating various respiratory ailments or even for treating viruses. There has been a lot of trials that are done for this active component of licorice. Now, thirdly, we need to focus. One has to focus on improving the gut health. We all know that your gut flora hosts millions of bacteria, which determine about 50 to 60% of our immunity. And what feeds these good bacteria is fiber, and what feeds the infectious bacteria is the sugar. So, two simple things: reduce your sugar and also increase the fiber intake in terms of prebiotics and probiotics. Now, most of us are confined at home during this period of restriction because there's a lot of travel restrictions now prevailing. So we are gifted to be at home. Like it's a good time to be spent at home. So one has to, one of the best remedy one can practice at home, being at home, is fasting, because this is also an opportunity for us to binge eat and to gain, like these extra pounds and things like that. So to avoid that, one should practice something called as intermittent fasting or short fasting. Fasting has been proven to be beneficial in promoting a process called as autophagy, which is also called as a self-eating. So fasting is highly beneficial in improving your immunity. Quality sleep. Sleep has been proven to be beneficial in improving the number of natural killer cells, which are basically the promoters of immunity. And sleeping at least 8 hours a day will be very useful for building this immune system. And finally, resort into some form of exercise and yoga at home. Although it is very difficult for us to just go to any kind of gym at this moment, we could also do a lot of exercise and cardio and yoga, pranayam, all these things in our home. Okay, some of the cardio exercises one could do would be like sport jogging, or like burpees, or sprinting, or even stationary bicycle. Besides that, you could also do yoga practices such as sun salutation, and there are various like other practices like cobra pose, thadasana, uttanasana, and all those things, which can add up to your immunity. And besides this, we also need to practice a good pranayam sessions and meditation, which can also help you come out of something these so-called quarantine stress or anxiety. Lastly, there are certain treatments, of course, treatments may not be practical at this point of time, but there are fantastic treatments like one could take to promote this kind of immunity. Now, due to the current situation with all the travel bans and everything, the doctor's team at Atmantan may not be able to have a sit-down consultation for you, to give all these kind of advices. But please know that we are available for any consultations or chat, or even providing advices through the social media or digital media. Thank you very much.